Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, guys, this last couple of days since we did a Real Talk with you guys have been so much fun.
Yes.
We've spent so much time with our good friends and family, and it's really been a great weekend. We had It's All Grady out here for this weekend, and as you guys know, we did a Real Talk episode with them. They helped out so much with the block work, as well as we got to teach them before they start working on their own block.
Yep.
And it was a really great time. I would say Marcel is a super quick study, and so is Denise. They did phenomenal.
Yes.
And I think that they are going to be ready for their house now.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think that they're 100% ready. They are. They got to figure out how that mud feels and the texture of it, and what happens if it's too wet, and what happens if it's too dry.
Yep.
It's it really comes down to that mud.
And setting the leads and everything with them, showing them how to set up all the leads, which is also a very important thing to keep you plumb and square. Mm-hmm. So
it's a huge thing with that.
I think you done learned them real well, babe. I think you done learned them real well.
They did really good. I mean, I was super happy. It felt weird because I wasn't really doing any of the work, really.
Yeah.
I was just more so showing.
Cut and block.
And keeping an eye on it, and it was good.
Yeah,
and Marcel was kicking it.
Oh, dude, he was so fast.
And then Denise was really on top of that mud and getting it all nice and clean and keeping the joints all good.
Yep.
It was good. It was a good time.
So we're saying it was a community build, but really Denise and Marcel did a lot of the work. So thank you guys. Thank you to It's All Grady for coming out here and putting in that work on the well house for us. Yep. I was going to post that video, edit it out and post it and have it live for you guys on Sunday, since it didn't work for us on Saturday. And then also we were going to be going live on It's All Grady's channel on, I think it was that Friday night.
No.
But what ended up happening, what happened was, so they have never been live on their channel before. They've never done a live stream. And so we actually set it all up, but then YouTube kicked it back and said, no, you have to wait 24 hours before you can actually go live. Like they should have requested, which I should have let them know, but squirrel. That basically when you're YouTubing and you want to do a live stream, the very first live stream that you ever do, there is a 24-hour hold period.
Yep.
And I completely forgot about that before we made the announcements and before we had anything set up. So I apologize. I'm sorry if you guys were looking forward to that. It was going to be a very fun time. We had a lot planned for it.
We had a fun time.
Yeah, we had a fun time, but we just didn't get to share it with you guys. We didn't get to involve you in it. And I thought it would have been a great live stream for them, but they're just, now that they're all approved and the 24-hour hold is off, they're just going to have to do it another time.
Yep.
So we'll be looking out for that, Denise. Mm-hmm. We'll be waiting. So we didn't do the live stream, and then Saturday, Friday all during the day, we were doing block and everything. And we got quite a bit done, but we didn't get as much done as we wanted to. So, because again, we were teaching and they were learning, and you got to give grace. I mean, think about it. It took Gary an entire day to lay one block the very first time that we were doing it. Yeah.
I didn't even lay one.
I didn't even lay one.
I didn't. And then the second day I only laid 4. So it was, And that was rough.
They were a lot better than we were our first times.
Yes.
But that's also, I think, because you were there to hover over Marcel. And where before, when we were first laying them, Nick had already come and told us how to do it, but he wasn't actually hovering while we were doing it the first couple times. He did come and he did set us straight and help us out a lot. So again, Nick Mudman Masonry, you're the best. Thank you for all of the help that you gave to us, that we were able to give to them. But I think that maybe if he was here hovering the first couple times, you would have got it better, like how Marcel did.
Yeah.
So
it was, I was super happy with the fact that we were able to do that.
Yeah.
And, it's easier than what a lot of people make it look like. And I definitely showed as well, don't beat yourself up if the block isn't 100%, and don't be killing yourself because you can make it up. the one thing that's nice about block and mortar mix and all that stuff is they're not exactly 8 inches one way or the other, and they're not exactly 16 inches one way or the other either. So you've got quite a bit of room to make play around with.
You do,
which makes it nice.
Yeah, I think when you first start getting it, you know, especially you're a perfectionist. Yes. Marcel tends to be the same way, which is again why part of the reasons why we get along so well, because we all are kind of doing similar things and we have similar personalities when it comes to, you know, how we like to build and stuff. And Gary was definitely making sure that he understood that hey, you don't really got to worry about it too much on these spots. When you get closer and closer to the top, that's when you got to really start
making sure, and because that's where you're going to be, you know, level.
Yeah, and seeing it more.
You know, and it's awesome because he was able to see how that doesn't matter 100%. As long as you're in between the bubble or in between the lines, you know, you're pretty good for the first couple of courses all the way up. And then once you get to the last 3 courses, that's where you're like, okay, now let's make sure I get where I want it to be and make sure I'm level everywhere, because now is where it's like, you got to start cutting it down, you know?
Yeah.
But he did great. He did absolutely wonderful.
I think they both did a phenomenal job. Yeah. Denise was like really good with the joining, and she got to it like a duck in water, man. She was just real. It was natural. She understood the concept of it. She understood the whys and the hows. And I mean, it looks so easy on video. It looks so easy. All you're doing is scraping it. There's really not much work to it. Sure, if you want it to look like junk, but if you want it to look really pretty, there is kind of a finesse with it, and there's a certain amount of pressure that you got to apply. And if you put too much, then you're going to scrape too much out. And if you don't put enough, well, then it's going to be rumply. And there's like the timing of it too. You want to do it when it's still wet, because then it smooths it, but you don't want to do it when it's like super wet. There's a finesse with it. And she took to it really, really quickly. She was really good.
Yeah. It was nice. Yeah. It was a good time. And it was good because, like I said, Marcel was able to see that, you know, we were plumb with it. We were level across the plane and everything, even, you know, not trying to sit there and be a perfectionist on exactly every single block.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, oh, okay, cool.
And then at the end of it, we took the giant level and we put it across it, and it was
dead on.
Yep, dead on. So he was like, wow, I get it now. And it was a really great time. So Friday we did some block, and then Friday night, Anthony and Roxanne, they had cooked for us, since we were over there working real hard on the well house, and we went over to Country Road Cure, Anthony and Roxanne's house.
Good grub.
Had some good ribs.
Ribs, the beans, the chips and dip.
The queso was super fire.
The cabbage soup.
Oh yeah, buttery
cabbage.
Yum.
Ooh.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
We ate really well and hung out and had a good time over at Country Road Cures on Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we woke up and it was back to business, back to block, because we only had Denise and Marcel for, you know, that little bit of time, and then they had to drive back to their place on Saturday. And we wanted to have them do just one more run through, and we wanted to get a little bit more of the block done because spoiler alert, we didn't finish the well house as far as the blocking goes.
No.
Gary and I are still going to have to get over there and do 2 more rows of blocks going up. But again, you guys got to give some grace because we were teaching and they were learning, and we're not in a situation.
We didn't want to rush or try to make it to where no information was really being passed along, you know. Yeah,
we wanted to give them the best, like,
experience of
an
learning.
Education or whatever is possible. We didn't want to rush the process. We wanted to make sure that it was good on all ends, and we were enjoying ourselves while doing it. You know, it wasn't a, you know, it was a very good time, a very, very good time. So we did do more block work on Saturday morning until like the early afternoon, but then it got to a point where on Saturday during the day we had already had plans to meet up with Drew's Lens, and a bunch of our family. MT Homestead came out, Mama V, of course, come on with the come on, all of our normal locals and stuff. But then there was extras as well, like O'Rourke's Littlefields. There was some people of friends of Drew's that we got to meet for the first time. Or if I met you once before, I'm sorry, but I definitely remember you guys now. But in the woods, got to meet them. They're really cool people. There was a ton of people out, guys. There was a ton of people out for Drew's homecoming after his whole trip around, you know, living in the VW and exploring all these places. Well, he came home and we had a big welcome home party for him, a big potluck. And of course, it's all Grady and everybody. We all went there and we had a really good afternoon. Altruistic Farmstead, got to hang out with them. Jen and Wiley hung out with them for a long time.
Yeah.
We were all like some of the last people to leave. It was us and Drew and Altruistic, and we're just, because we said goodbye. You know you love your friends or your family or whatever. When you say goodbye, who else is like this? It's like this for our regular family, our friends. I don't know what it is, but
it was a 2-hour goodbye.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour goodbye. We'll be like, all right, guys.
It got to the point where I looked at Mel, I was all, baby, I love you like no tomorrow. I love everybody else, but we gotta go. It's that time.
Because all you're gonna be sticking your thumb up and your leg out on the road, if you know what I mean, getting your own ride. Yeah, but that's just goes to show how, like, I guess, good of friends and like close and stuff that we are. We had a really very good conversations, and it was fun. Lots of laughs. And so because of all that and because of how busy and stuff we were, I had no time to edit out the video for you guys and post it on Sunday, which I was planning to since we didn't finish the block stuff that we wanted to on Friday. I figured, I'd film in the morning on Saturday, and then I'll just come home from Drew's thing on Saturday and edit and then post on Sunday. That didn't happen because I was just wiped out, tired, and I needed the sleep. And then Sunday, yesterday, we had already told the kids and like had promised the kids that we were going to go to Fort Smith and we were going to do some shopping with them, and we were going to have like a family day, go out to breakfast and like, you know, really have a nice family day. And they wanted to be involved in the shopping, which anybody else notice the giant elephant in the room that we might be sitting on? We got a couch.
Yep.
We got a couch, and we wanted the kids to be a part of it. We wanted them to help us pick it out. That way they felt like, you know, they're a part of the whole thing, which of course they are, but that way they really feel like they are. And we had to get a few other things in here as well. We also have our fireplace, our electric fireplace. It's crackling right now, looking beautiful. Mm-hmm. And we got some bookshelves, and we had a great day with the kids yesterday in Fort Smith doing the shopping. We had to get them some winter stuff too. Like, we didn't have any long sleeve clothes for them. We had their big puffy jackets that we just bought, but they needed long sleeves and like some new long johns that'll fit them and stuff, because we know winter is coming. Yep. So.
And every year it's the same thing.
Yep. Every
year. You get them, you know, long johns, you get them all the long sleeves, and then the next year comes around and they outgrew it.
Gotta do it all again.
Gotta do it again.
Yep. And Parents, it was time.
We all understand it.
Yeah.
We all know what we're talking about with that aspect.
It was time. It was time.
And the kids grow way too quick.
Like weeds, man. That's why they say don't blink, because you blink and then, you know, I mean, think about it. Julia, she's 10. She's about to be 11. We're about to be celebrating Scarlett's 8th birthday here really soon.
That's nuts.
In like 2 weeks. We gotta start planning for Scarlett's birthday. So, yeah, so we had a really, really great but very busy weekend. Mm-hmm. And because it was so busy, I just didn't get to spend any time in front of the computer. I was way too busy spending time with all the people that were around us, and I think that's where the time was supposed to be spent. So we are expecting like a tremendous amount of rain in the next few days. How much are we supposed to get today, babe?
So I think it was saying like about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch today. And then tonight it says that we're supposed to be getting like 1 inch to 2 inch of rain.
That's what you were telling me, yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be dumping on us.
So yeah, it'll be a good test.
Yeah.
1 to 2 inches of rain. That's insane.
That's crazy.
If it's 2 inches of rain, that's the annual rainfall for Las Vegas area.
We're going to get it in one afternoon or one night. That's crazy.
Flooding is going to happen, I guarantee that.
Maybe not for us, but like over for...
No, flooding's going to happen. If it's 1 to 2 inches of rain, it's going to be flooding everywhere. All of our roads are going to be like rivers almost.
I wonder how our culvert's going to do.
It should be all right.
Should be all right.
The good thing is that we haven't really gotten a whole lot of rain.
Well, I mean,
so
we did just have a
levees,
pretty good storm.
Oh yeah, but I'm thinking about all the levees.
Oh
and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
So I mean, they're pretty dry, and it would have to take a lot of rain to fill those things up. And once those levees go, then that's where it's gonna be a holy crap.
Yeah, if you guys are down in a flooding area I was listening to the news, and they said like the Mississippi people that live like really close to the Mississippi River, even the parts, because there's some parts of the Mississippi River right now that are like dry.
Yeah, which is nuts.
Yeah, that is insane.
But that's where I'm saying, like, I have a feeling, and the reason why they're worried.
That's what I was going to say.
They're worried about down there. Well, yeah, and the reason why they're worried about down there is because of all the heavy rainfall through this area, and all of the water reaches the Mississippi River, so they're going to be getting a lot of water.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio when we were driving into Fort Smith. They had specifically mentioned Mississippi, like the state of Mississippi, that you guys that are down there, just be extra prepared. I hope that you guys already are. I'm pretty sure you guys are, especially the people that have been there for a long time. This ain't your first rodeo.
It's that plus it's the hot and cold winds.
Yeah,
they're colliding.
They might have some naders coming around. I don't know. It's supposed to be a gnarly storm all week. The only day that it's supposed to be not storming is Wednesday, which we have plans for Wednesday as well. So I guess long story short, I was going to get to the fact that we're not going to be able to get back over and finish some of that stuff with the well house until probably this weekend, just because of the weather's not going to be permitting.
Yeah, it's all right though. We've got some stuff in here that we can do.
Oh, there's lots of stuff in here that we can do. I still got to work on some of this organization in here.
Yeah.
Because when It's All Grady came out, we put them up inside our trailer, and that was perfect for them. They're living in their trailer right now too. They are. When I say that they're doing like the same thing that we were doing last year and where we were last year, they really are, and they have really great videos and really great content. I'm going to push them one more time. If you guys haven't gone over to It's All Grady and subscribed and checked them out, please take a moment and do so. They're great friends, but they have a great channel too.
Yes.
And their story and where they're at and everything. They're literally like a year behind like where we were. So maybe even less than that, because they already got their slab and stuff, and so maybe a year. Yeah, probably about a year.
Yeah.
But I think that you guys will really love them.
And they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're doing it. And they're getting a lot of work done down out there. So
And they sure are.
I'm pretty happy about that.
So we're going to get back to work on our well house and like finish it all off and get it to the point where we're done with it, and now it's up to Anthony and Roxanne with Country Road Cure to finish the insulation, give it a door and windows, then give it a door and a roof.
What are you trying to do? You trying to live in the well?
We're gonna live in the. It needs windows and drapes, babe. It needs the Persian carpet in there. No, we're trying to get the well house to a point where Gary and I's job is done.
Yes.
And we're gonna walk away from it and leave it for Anthony and Roxanne to finish giving it the roof and the door and whatever insulation on the inside, which isn't much. We have all that insulation, that pink stuff.
Yeah.
And we could just wrap the darn pipes and stuff with that again inside there and be done. It's really not as long as it doesn't freeze, that's all we need it to do, is just not to freeze.
Yes.
Put a little light in there or something, fine. It's perfectly good. Stay dry and not freeze. So we are almost to the point where we could walk away with it, leave it to them to finish off. But I don't see us being able to finish it because of the weather until possibly this weekend, just because of the weather that we're experiencing this week. We're going to have to do a lot of inside stuff this week, which there's plenty for us to do. There is plenty. So.
There's a lot.
Yeah. So you guys are going to be seeing some vlogs inside the basement this week of us getting it in here on different things that we're going to show you. And today I plan on spending my day editing out the vlog for you guys where It's All Grady was out here and going over and hanging out for Drew's welcome home. I took the tiniest amount of footage over there. I hardly even recorded it all because we were all just hanging out and having a very good time. But I did record some. I recorded a little bit. Tiny bit. I'll show you guys what I got. Most of the video is going to be getting it with the block. So I'm going to do what I can do and get that finished out and then get that uploaded on Simple Life so you guys can see it all tomorrow. And then we do have some footage that we took with the kids. So I'm going to start working on 2 videos today. I'm going to finish that one, get it out for you guys tomorrow, and then I'll start editing and get what footage I have of us going out in Fort Smith, and so you can see the kids and all that. And then whatever else we get onto here inside the basement this week. And I'll put that out towards the end of the week for you. But you guys will have those updates later on as the week goes on. I don't want to overwhelm you. I know it could overwhelm Gary sometimes when I'm talking about what's in the can and what's not and what we need. And he's just like, just tell me what I'm doing, babe. And just bring the camera out and just tell me what I'm doing. We'll be fine. I'm like, squirrel.
Yeah. Well, no, I always just tell me what I need to do right now. What's going on right now?
I don't like having to be the boss. I want some input. I need input.
No, I know.
And you're like, no, just tell me what to do. And I'm like, but I don't want to. I want the input, please.
Just tell me where to stand.
So much pressure.
Tell me where to stand and what we're doing.
All right. If I have to.
That's all I do. What are we doing and where do I need to stand?
I will say, like, my stress level has gone down like 1,000 times since we've been inside the basement. And like, as far as my sickness and stuff, my sickness is getting a ton better. But unfortunately, I hate to report, it's also spreading. Yay, right? Yay. All that block work and all that stuff that we've done, like, it's moved to my hand now, so I got like a little bit in between this finger, and I have one that was right there, and I'm gonna have you check out my back. I feel like it's like that burning sensation, and I know that burning. Yeah. You don't forget that burning. So.
You take it easy.
I'm trying to.
This week is raining.
Input, please. Tell me what to do.
Take it easy. That's what I tell you to do.
Oh, come on.
You don't want to do it.
Well, no, I gotta tell me what to do when it comes to work.
Take it easy. Just sit. Just relax.
Put nothing out for the people.
No. I know y'all will love to watch us relax a little bit here and there and watch us do our normal day-to-day. Missy.
Mister.
I love you.
Mister.
But you need to settle it down.
I am. I'm actually, so I'm looking forward to this week. We have a running joke in our family. Gary likes it, doesn't like it. I think he likes it a little.
I hate it.
You love it.
I hate it.
You love it.
Passion. You know this.
Well, I love it. Anthony loves it. Roxanne loves it. Gary can be the outsider and hate it. But whenever we have, I think it's hilarious. But whenever we have days where the weather is being like bad and we can't do any work and we just have to kind of loaf or whatever, we have a joke that, 'cause I've got a golden ticket, right? Like Grandpa Joe. But it's the opposite. Instead of like getting up and jumping out of bed and running off to the chocolate factory, it's like us running off and jumping into bed and not doing it. 'Cause I've got a golden ticket. Yeah. Anyway, I got a golden ticket all week. And I won't be jumping into bed. I will be doing a lot of stuff here inside the house, a lot of organization stuff. And Gary was talking about busting out the canopy and the saw and doing a few things that need to be done.
A few things this week.
Yep.
There's a couple of things that I can button up and get done and square away. The weather is not in my favor, so we'll see how much I can get done. I don't really want to bring stuff in here and cut things.
No, please don't.
Because, yeah.
Please don't. Yeah, please don't.
This is why I need a garage.
We're working on it. We're getting you closer and closer towards that garage.
Then I can be out there and then look outside and be like, all right, it's not raining. Grab all the materials that I just cut. Get inside.
Yeah. Quick. And we will be working on Gary's garage very soon. But again, order of operations, we needed to get ourselves, back to a state of normalcy.
We still need to get this squared away. Once the insulation is in here and everything, and we got like the trim done, that's everything for the basement.
No, we got to do the bathroom.
Well,
yeah.
That's...
We do.
Don't remind me about that mud and drywall.
I'm just saying
that's
we have to finish the bathroom. The bathroom isn't finished. We still have to do some mud and drywall and do a little bit of paint, and we got to secure the cabinet to the wall.
We did get the other cabinet.
Yeah, we did. We got another cabinet.
I don't know if you guys can see this ding on my freaking bridge of my nose.
Yeah, the cabinet beat him up.
Man, I was trying to duck underneath the door and everything, and then I stopped because I was going to hit the header of the door and everything else, and it didn't hit the header of the door. It hit my head.
Yeah.
And it stopped with my head.
Yeah.
That hurt.
I'm sorry, babe.
I was seeing stars there for a minute. I was like, ah!
But we got the cabinet.
So
now we have everything that we need for the bathroom to finish off the bathroom. We just have to do the work and finish off the bathroom. So that might be some stuff that we do this week. Because it's really not that much. It's just a little bit of taping and mudding. And then after the taping and mudding is done, then I can go in there and we can paint her off. And the sooner we get it finished, the sooner we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
So there is stuff like that inside that needs to be done.
Yes. But thankfully it's only a small little smidgen of anything over there. So it shouldn't take us too long.
Yeah.
But
we're going to go and get on something today. I need another cup of coffee. I need to get moving. I'm going to edit out the video for you guys. We'll see you on Simple Life Reclaimed tomorrow. We'll be back here on Real Talk with SLR tomorrow morning for another episode with y'all. We will report how, if we got any leaks or not. We should be good. I hope we're going to be good. We tried to make sure that we would be good. So
we should be good.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I still can't believe how much of that apox sealant stuff that we put up there. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't believe how well that stuff's working.
I mean, so far so good, man. We'll be back here tomorrow to report and let you all know exactly how it turned out. But
yeah, 1 to 2 inches of rain. It'll show a leak if there's a leak. So
if there is one, we're about to find out. So I want to thank you guys again so much for watching today's video. I hope that you guys enjoy your day today. Hope that you guys stay warm, nice, happy, healthy, dry. Go out there and love somebody. Say hello to people.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day.
Yes.
So until the next one, guys, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.